okay? It's not discount our coin, and do not do transaction just because you want to accumulate lots and lots of coins. Let's hear some comments from you as far as this automation is concerned. I'm sure Augustine should be smiling right there. Augustine is my co-host for today. Augustine, what do you think about this transaction being automated right now?
Well, that's actually good news. You know, I was actually looking through the Gringo Cashback office when I came there yesterday, and I said something was missing. There were supposed to be 3 columns.
Right.
You know, what I mean, 1 column, but 3 rows. I was like, what was the problem? You know, I didn't know what it was. I said, but, well, I believe it's an upgrade. Then I just heard it from you. You know, what is actually happening in our community is that we're getting more organized. I went into our Gringo Cashback office under our private blog, and I saw the kind of technology that admin is planning for us to work with. You see, TBC is the best thing that has happened to me. You know, by the end of this year, so many people will be wondering, like, where was I when this TBC got to this point? You know, it's something beautiful. I must tell you the truth. This automation will help us keep going forward. We automated Bounty, we're automating this one, and over time, TBC will be so powerful that, man, the world will wish that they had, even if it's 1 Kringle. In fact, I'm so happy about what admin did. So wherever he is listening to me, thank you very, very much. We really do appreciate your efforts.
Yeah, I think this should also be some exciting moment for the merchants. Imagine he that is accepting some percentages in TBC, he is going to have his reward instanter, and it's going to be something great in future to come. Oh my God, this is
That's
awesome.
A very good one.
Let's have Moto. Moto, you want to say something? Moto C+. What do you think about this automation? Moto, unmute. You want to tell us about this automation, Moto? All right, let's hear from Tunde. Tunde? Unmute, Tunde. Abbas.
Oh, yes. Good day, sir.
Good day.
I'm just clicking now.
Okay.
The matter of automated is not well known to me. Please, can you explain?
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, let's assume that you purchase something to somebody who is like, say, $100, or let's say $40, okay? Which is 10 grains of gold. 10 grains of gold is about 39 point. I just say $40. Let me round it up to $40, right? So if you do this transaction today, if you do this transaction of 10 grains from one wallet to the other, okay, from one wallet to the other, you go to your wallet, you transfer $40, which is about 10 grains. From your wallet to the wallet of the receiver. Your receiver, as a reward, we call that transaction reward. As a reward, your receiver will automatically have 0.1 TBC in his wallet. If he's in a billionaire zone, you have 0.1 TBC. If he's in a millionaire zone, you have 0.001 TBC. That is transaction reward. So each transactions, they have units. There are units that you can benefit. Each transaction that you do.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Yeah, so.
Thank you.
So as you do transaction in our community, you make extra TBC for doing transaction in our community.
Okay.
Yeah, so so that is it, guys. Now, the key word of the day is billionaire. I am a billionaire, so high. So the key word is billionaire, guys. I'm sure everyone wants to be a billionaire. Today, we are going to talk about billionaires, how billionaires are going to run this economy, okay? How are you going to run this economy as a billionaire? Because some of you don't even understand how you will be able to run this economy as a billionaire. Some of us, we have never handled millions, not to talk of billions. Oh my God. So we need to start training ourselves. So today, we are going to do something they call time traveling. Time traveling, that is, we are going to see ourselves already billionaires and how we are going to do things. And that's why there is a blog post here, okay, that we shall be talking about today. Guys, pay attention as we are going to be calling on you to come and give So Augustine, please always improve those that are coming because we want to go into something very, very serious now. You are my co-host, so feel free to approve all the people that are coming on board. We have a lot of people on the waiting room. Okay, guys, just like I was saying, we shall be talking about time traveling. And in this time traveling, we shall actually see ourselves like billionaires. And how are we going to be transacting when the time comes? So we shall be talking about this. This is an article that was written by admin many months back, but today we shall be talking about it again. So as a billionaire, right, we did a little time traveling into the near future, doing our mass adoption training today. And many wanted me to write out the experience we had today in the blog. So no time like the present to do that. So admin actually wrote the time traveling. They carried most of the training today with his team out in the field, sharing how they are able to sign up so many merchants. Wow, and today I was in the field. By the end of this month, they should be signing up about 100 merchants. Wow, that was when I just signed up 100 merchants. Today, I have 2,500 merchants. A day into the TBC, and he is leading the mass adoption team by example. During this meeting, one of the co-admin asked how to respond to the cash out question. My response was, as far as the new members that have joined TBC during 2020, you should respond by asking, how can you cash out something you didn't buy in? Cashing out is the wrong way to view the distribution of TBC coins to the community from the admin's wallet. Like I said 1,000 times over, we are in the distribution phase of TBC right now. We must empty the admin's wallet as fast as possible, and it will take 1 billion members to do that. Kringle rewards are just that, rewards. People pay the admin fee, and as one of the positive activities completed, and it results in receiving a generous Kringle rewards. Everyone that attended the meeting today also got a Kringle reward for completing that activity. So if you attend this meeting, you have a Kringle reward by inserting a keyword, just as they have been getting Kringle rewards for attending these weekly meetings. Okay, back to the future in our time traveling experience today. To further illustrate the major point of this distribution, we'll hop into a time machine to watch the activities of one of these TBC billionaires in the year 2023. It was February 2nd, all right, guys, listen. It was February 2nd, 2023, and our billionaire was on his way to Cambodia to finalize a deal for an equity share of a dam being built there. That, when completed, will generate enough electricity to power half of that country. Long before this day, TBC ended poverty globally and unemployment hit zero and stayed there. The billion millionaires are all set up businesses of all kinds and hired all of humanity needed a job and paid about 5 times the wages earned compared to similar jobs paid in fiat money. With over 1 billion merchants, TBC is widely accepted by 50% to 100% for all goods and services. All TBC employees working for these TBC millionaires get paid in 100% Kringles. So guys, we are doing some time traveling here, all right? So this is all about time traveling, and admin is illustrating how one of our billionaires in 2023 and was on his way to Cambodia to finalize a deal for an equity share of a dam being built there, okay? So we have this as the mature stage of TBC that the admin has explained this, that we shall have people in the billionaire zone. That's 1,111,111 in the billionaire zone, okay? And we shall have this 1,110 million in the billion in the millionaire zone. This is the millionaire zone. And this is the employment zone. The rest of humanity, we shall employ them and pay them 100% Kringles. Okay, let's go into our time traveling again. Okay, let's go into our time traveling again. So let's hear what the admin has put in for us here. This mature structure is the image, this mature structure in the image above had been achieved well before the year 2023. So this structure, we assume that we have actually filled up all the billionaire spots, all the millionaire spots, and the employment spots, okay? This particular TBC billionaire was surrounded by his attorneys and business advisors at the dam TBC financing meeting to make sure there were no poison pills in the paperwork of this massive deal. So the billionaire, he has arrived in Cambodia where the dam, we need to set up the dam, okay? So he is actually finalizing his deals, and he has his attorneys and also the business advisors, right? So he will provide billions of dollars of TBC to finance most of the dam building. All labor will be paid in 100%, okay? All labor will be paid in 100% kringles to build the dam. Most of the cost of the materials needed, such as concrete and iron, will be covered by TBC too, with the exception of about $1 million a month in Bitcoin over the 24 months of the construction period. All right, he was able to cover that Bitcoin expense out of the $500,000 a month of Bitcoin coming in through the funding of the rotator. So guys, you now see how the rotator will now be used. Part of it will be used to sponsor projects like the dam electricity. On the back side of this deal, residential properties could pay 100% kringles for their electricity, and commercial properties will pay in 100% Bitcoin for their electricity. Hence, the name of the dam, the crypto dam. The TBC billionaire walked away from this deal holding papers saying he had 10% equity share of the dam. So he has 10% equity share after all this has been finalized. The same TBC billionaire was in New Zealand on February 11th, purchasing 1.5 million hectares of forest land with full rights to lock the forest. Billions of TBC spent, but the returns on selling the wood will be far greater. This was a 100% TBC land exchange. He had papers in hand showing him as the owner of all of this land. Then he went to Singapore on February 23rd, 2023 to close the deal for 20% equity in a shop or in a shipbuilding company that will be able to produce 2 massive cargo ships a year. Of course, he had to dip into the rotator funding on this deal too. But once the first ship is sold, he won't have to use any more of the funding from the rotator again for these projects. Right after he closed that deal, he took the papers of all 3 deals to a major bank there in Singapore and used them as collateral to purchase his own private jets. Banks love commercial papers, and he was fully loaded. Eat your heart out, Prince of Arabia. His next stop would be Dubai to pick up his fully staffed private jet, and he will never have to fly commercial again. That's what we saw when we went to the future. So guys, we are doing some